Hi, I wanted to stop in and discuss more in depth what muscle testing is and how I use it to help my clients release trapped emotions with the emotion code. Um, you will see quite often naturopathic practitioners or holistic healers using some form of muscle testing because this helps us work with your subconscious, work with your body, and see really what your body is responding positively towards, um, what it's saying is going to be the most beneficial for you, right? And this is something you can use for yourself. Just going down the grocery aisle, muscle testing yourself, possibly with the ring and ring method, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. That's the one I usually go towards. Um, just by saying, hey, is this brand of vitamin C the one my body should be using, or is it this brand? Because as we know, different companies make things differently in a different order, utilizing different ways that our body can digest um, different vitamins, things of that nature. And our body knows which one is going to be best for us. And so using muscle testing can really help us to just hone in and figure out what our body is really asking for. So like I just said, the ring and ring method is one way to muscle test. And when you do that, when you train your muscles to answer with that method, I just like to pretend I'm just holding a little tiny ladybug in each of my two hands. And that just reminds me that I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm not squeezing my hands, squeezing my fingers until they're red and hurting and sore. It's just very light pressure, and that just helps me to just guide positives or adverse responses from my body. And so, what that looks like is yes, 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 the chain doesn't break, and no, they slip apart. And that's just the one that I'm guided towards that works really well for me. Other people like to use a method that looks like this. I can't quite remember the name of this one, but a yes, 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 their finger stays strong on top of the base finger versus no, 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 where it slips and it does a nice little flick. Other people I know are guided towards the sway method, which is where you stand up, and if your body is responding positively towards it, a lot of times you'll see people moving, their body will actively go towards it, right? Their body wants more of it, so they're trying to lean into it, they're trying to get it. Versus if it's an adverse, it's a negative saying no, their body will naturally pull away from whatever that is using that sway test. And a lot of times people like to discuss how they've noticed this just happening to them without really trying, by either being at church, they're in a sermon and their body is really responding to the message being shared, or they're at a speaking event where they're listening to this really great presenter and everything is really resonating with them, and their body's saying, yes, this is something that's for you, this is really good for us. Their body leans into it. So those are just a few examples. You can Google online. I know there's other methods that people use, and you might feel guided towards one of those as well if this is something that you would like to use just in your everyday life when you're grocery shopping, or just trying to help maybe calm anxiety. Sometimes I just check with my muscles just for some anxiety, but do know that muscle testing is not something where you can go buy a lottery ticket and get all the answers to what's going to win you $1,000,000. That is not the purpose of muscle testing. I am not saying do that in any shape or form. Do not use it to specifically check for different illnesses in your body, right? Muscle testing isn't a doctor. Please still go seek medical attention for any questions you have with that. Muscle testing is just something to help guide your body just on nice basic questions to help figure out how to keep yourself at a nice place of health. Okay. Um, so how I use it in my sessions with people is, if you're somebody who's new to me, I will show you and test you much like a chiropractor does, except I'll do it on your arm. most commonly. We can make adjustments if there is something that hinders us from doing that. But I will show you how your body does respond because I promise you I'm not making it up when I'm doing the ring and ring method. It's not me just picking when I release my fingers. I am truly just letting your subconscious, your body guide my energy and my muscles to do that for you. Um, but I do like to show people that, and then from there on out, I believe that it is enough for your body to be identifying, processing, working through possibly the situation that it takes you back to from where that emotion occurred and was trapped, and then actually releasing it out of your body. So I like to just be a proxy for you using my muscles to do that manual labor part for you so that it's just one less thing and you can just truly let the release happen and then relax. So just a little bit about muscle testing and how I use it in my sessions with clients that I work with. If you have any questions, I would love to try and answer them as best as I can. Otherwise, I will see you later. Bye bye.